for equities, at least so far. Let's put the spotlight on commodities now. We have Manisha joining in. Manisha, what's on your radar?
I'm looking at copper prices because we've seen constant declines onto this one. Remember, when you look at the month of August, from its highs, the copper prices have declined by almost 27% there. But we did see all-time highs as well. And this is before there was clarity on tariffs coming in from the U.S. market. So as of now, we understand that the refined copper is not tariffed. Well, the first thing on my radar clearly is what happened in U.S. yesterday. And Trump has criticized court decision that has temporarily blocked land transfer to big corporates, mining companies like Rio Tinto and BHP as well. In the last 24 hours, we've seen pictures and a lot of statements coming in from the CEOs of these two companies and the U.S. administration as well. Well, just to give you a background, Rio Tinto and BHP have been jointly pursuing the Arizona project for nearly a couple of decades now. So that is what the U.S. president seems to be pushing right now. And dispute has added to volatility in sense of prices, forward guidance, etc. So this is one thing to watch out for. And looking at this, we've seen some pressure come in for the copper prices. The second thing is about the U.S. administration really increasing or broadening the circle when it comes to tariffs. So that 50% tariff is now on imported manufacturing goods as well, containing many of these metals, so whether it's aluminum, copper, steel, etc. And that seems to be bothering the street as well, looking or assessing right now on how many products would it matter to and what really would the impact be to the U.S. consumer there. At this point in time, when you look at the U.S. imports itself, U.S. imported 810,000 tons of refined copper in 2024. This is all unprocessed refined copper. And these are the numbers for 2024. 25, of course, is going to be on the lower side because whatever imports that we have seen have happened anywhere between January to June. Then U.S. imported 45% of its domestic consumption of 1.8 million tons of refined copper. So that's a big number and is expected to impact the markets there. The third important thing, of course, is the strengthening of the U.S. dollar index. It's trading 0.5% higher in the overnight markets. And this is ahead of the Jerome Powell speech at Jackson Hole. There's lots that the markets are getting into with that speech on what could really come in. Was it going to be a power-packed one, or is it going to be a non-committal statement from Jerome Powell? So that really seems to be finding its way in markets. As of now, the agenda clearly is that Powell will speak on economic outlook and the Fed's policy stance going forward from here. Fed has kept its rates unchanged since the month of December, but there is now a 70% possibility of a 25 basis point rate cut for the month of September, and that's exactly what seems to be getting baked into the prices. But all eyes on Jackson Hole at this point.
All right, Manisha, thank you very much for that. So that's commodities in focus. We can slip into a quick commercial break here. More on markets, but specific stocks which are moving around. Stay tuned. Coming up.